Hi, and welcome to Moments of Magic. Tonight we're doing the show outside because to me, the biggest magic of being here is being on the land in this beautiful desert. And there's something about this place where we are right now, with the sun going down over the mountains and everything is very peaceful except for the barking dog. And it just feels like almost impossibly magical. So, and Bob has a lot to say tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to him. I have a couple of stones I want to show you, but I'll do that afterwards.
I don't really have all that much to say, but I do have a suggestion for you. One of the things about being in Tucson, especially being at the gem show, is you have to practice patience a little bit. You have to wait for things to evolve. You have to see what's going to show up and when it's going to show up and if it's going to be the right thing for you in any way. So, like today, we went out and we had no expectation of what to find. We had like 3 or 4 stones that we were hoping that we would be able to source somewhere. And, we kind of, I don't know, we sort of gently drifted through the
From
show
place to
from
place.
place to place. And,
Yeah.
and we kept finding, more options of the things that, at least of the things that I was looking for. I found all of them. One of them we didn't find. And I think you found a couple. So it was a magical practice of patience. And with that in mind, given the sort of times that we're in, and I think probably a lot of the time that people find themselves in, it requires patience. It requires patience to, like wend your way through it to get from the beginning of something to the end of something. And with that in mind, I have a suggestion. If you want to have a different look at patience, there's an old short story, it's almost a novella by Mark Twain called The Mysterious Stranger. And right now, for at least for me, it was a magical moment. I read it today, and I hadn't been looking for this. I finished the 3 books that I brought out here to read, and so I needed another one. And I was looking through the little tiny bookshelf that was here in the Airbnb that we're staying at, and they had this book. It was an old, beat up book of the collected short stories of Mark Twain. Now, we've all read, what?
Nothing. Nothing. I just
Oh, I thought I was getting a hurry up. The works of Mark Twain, the ones that we're all familiar with, but this was a book of short stories, which I wasn't really all that familiar with to begin with. So this one was it was like it was a piece of very gentle magic. And I implore you to read it if you can find it. The Mysterious Stranger. And it'll teach you something about patience, which, those of us in the rock business, we have to know about this because rocks evolve and they evolve very slowly and very steadily. Even the ones that we commonly try to find have come from different places and they are slightly different. And we have to be patient with that too. I mean, what was I looking for? We were looking for peridot today, and that was the one stone that we didn't find what we wanted, but we found some other things of it.
found all kinds of
So
nice.
that was kind of interesting, and it was a product of patience and and going around and looking at stuff and talking to people. So we were talking
And
to you.
and not necessarily finding what you want, but always finding what you need. And so that to me is also a little bit of the magic that the rock world does teach us. And I just wanted to show you these because it has nothing to do with patience, really. But this is a Hessianite garnet from Italy. It grows in some of the oldest mountains in the world, and it just it looks like a sunset, which we're experiencing right now, a pretty awesome sunset. And so it just, to me, this is garnet is about also being very deeply rooted into the ground while remaining connected to the sky or connected to the spirit of all. So I don't know, in some odd way, I feel like it sort of connects in with the patient's aspect of the rock world. And also, I'm going to turn the computer around because you have to see this amazing sunset. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. And no, it's probably not. But it's just so up here. It's so magical that I I highly recommend, even if you don't come for the gem show, to come and experience the desert up high. It's beautiful. And with that, we're going to leave you for this week. Next week we'll be home and in Wisconsin
Oh
where it's
boy.
cold. Yeah. So
We'll,
we will
we'll,
see you next week with some new stones and some new perspectives. And until then, have a magical
don't
week.
turn it off right away. We'll do the next one from Wisconsin outside.
Yeah, no, we're
Sure.
not going to do that.
And remember, Mark Twain, the mysterious stranger.
Okay. Thank you for listening.